What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Life of DT. Today I got a late night special for y'all. No Pretty Ricky. The time is 12:47 right now. Now this video that I have right now for y'all is more targeted towards women and the dating world in a sense. But before I begin this video, I just want to say that I'm not going to be the type of person to point fingers at women and be like, women are so wrong these days, these modern women, whatever. I'm going to point fingers at y'all and just cuss y'all out and tell y'all everything that y'all don't even want to listen to in the first place. I'm not going to be that guy and point out the negatives, because when I look on social media and look at these other influencers, all these other influencers do is point the fingers and tell other people what they're doing wrong. And that's from males talking to women. I mean, males referring to women and women referring to men. So instead of pointing out the negatives and just stating what people are doing wrong, what my plan is to do instead is to look at the positives. And once we know what exactly to do, we can focus more towards that. We can focus on what to do right than focus on what not to do wrong. You know what I mean? So if we just focus on doing things right, I feel like that can push society forward to reaching a level of normalcy again. So, like you see down below, the title of this video is How to Stand Out as a Woman. Now, when I say as a woman, I'm assuming this is pre-assuming that you're already feminine, cooperative, and do I want to say in shape? I don't know. I can't say really in shape because I know a lot of out of shape women, but being out of shape is something that's fixable, and being in your shape is dependent on the person that's interested in you. Like, different people like different things. So I can't say being fit is something that that will make you stand out, which it can, though. It does. I know for men it does, because I'm a man. That's why I'm speaking from my experience, not generalizing anything. Anyways, man, the first way that I believe a woman can stand out, assuming that she is already feminine, she has her head on straight, she's not an airhead. The first thing that she can do to stand out is to hold herself accountable for her actions. Not only for when she's right, but also for when she's wrong. Based off of my experience talking to women, and say I get into a disagreement or I have a debate with a woman, a pattern that I notice, this is just pattern recognition, a pattern that I notice is that when a woman catches herself being incorrect or just being dead wrong in a situation, they'll either try to change the subject and deflect what I'm trying to tell them, or they'll just figure out the small things, or they'll come up with some small thing that I'm doing wrong. And this is, like I'm saying, this is my situation. If you're able to relate to this situation, just go ahead and let me know down below, or just take this information in. Also, take this information in with a grain of salt, because my experience might not be the same as your experience. I'm just talking to the people that can relate to this, or just kind of don't know what to expect if they haven't dealt with another individual before and don't know what to expect from that individual. So yeah, holding yourselves accountable, man. This is with women that I've dated, women that I'm related to, people that I've talked to, like through school, through college. I just noticed that a lot of women that I deal with are quick to deflect what I'm trying to say, or they're not trying to hear themselves, or they're not trying to look at the bigger picture of the situation or do any type of self-reflection. And I feel like that if a woman can, if I run into a woman that can hold herself accountable in situations, that's something that would stand out to me, because it's just something that's rare. It's something that I don't see a lot of. All right, so that's the first one, holding yourself accountable. The second way that I think a woman can hold herself accountable is to take care of her health, not only your physical health. So look, I said being fit. So look, maybe I was right all along. But taking care of your health, man, not only in the physical, but in your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual, etc., etc. I think taking care of your emotional health, you can do that by not putting yourself in situations that will provoke those emotions. You don't want to get into situations that provoke your emotions until you learn how to deal with them. So I feel like as a woman, if you can learn how to deal with your emotions, that is something that can stand out. But you do that through taking care of your health. Like I'm saying, emotional health. It's just, I'm gonna just go down the line. Now, a woman who takes care of her spiritual health, spiritually, whether you Christian, Buddhist, a monk, whatever, if you take care of your spiritual health, man, that's something that really stands out. Because when we live in a world of degeneracy, man, when you take care of your spiritual self, and I notice that you have a certain level of thinking that that most people don't have, because I see that you putting in that inner work spiritually, that's something that'll stand out to most men. Because with a lot of girls, man, at least the ones I run into, maybe I just need to find better women. A lot of girls, they are basically, I don't want to say dead spiritually, but they have no spiritual aspect to themselves. They're easily won over because they don't have any discernment. They don't have any, you know, I guess discernment. Like, they easy to win over. A lot of girls that you run into nowadays, you show them a blunt and some alcohol and they'll do anything for you. But when a girl with spiritual discernment, regardless of her religion, that's something that stands out to me as a man and knowing what I'm looking for in a woman. So what I said emotionally, I said spiritually. Now physically. Now when I think of physical health, because I go to the gym myself, and I just do it to look good for my personal self. And I guess you could say I do it for some validation from other individuals, but that's the name of the game for real. But because I take care of myself, and I see that most women don't take care of themselves, if I see a woman that's in shape visually, because that's the first thing that I see, not that it's the most important, but because the visuals of that, what I see in a person is the most important, that's going to stand out to me. Because most women aren't in shape. Most women, they just I keep saying most, I'm not generalizing. In my experience, a lot of the women that I see, I'm 21, but a lot of the women that I see, even probably like this 28 or 26 and up, basically, a lot of them are out of shape. Even the ones that are around my age, 18 to 25, just out of shape. But when I see somebody that's in shape and tell that they can go to the gym, I can feel like that's something I can relate to. That stands out to me, because I can't relate to most people unless I'm in the gym or just doing things of that have to do with me, or just things that are related to a hobby of mine. So yeah, taking care of your physical health. Even when it comes down to the food that you eat, man, take care of yourself, man. Taking care of yourself by the foods you eat can also tap into your mental and emotional health. I'm gonna tap into mental health next. That kind of taps in with emotional. But when you take care of your physical health through eating, it'll also play well on your mental and emotional health. I looked up this is an article a long time ago. It was probably like 4 years ago, man. It was talking about how like 90% of the neurotransmitters that we think is in our brain is actually in our stomach. And basically what I'm getting at is that the way that you feel, the foods that you eat is coherent with the way that you feel. Meaning that if you feel like shit emotionally and mentally, chances are you are eating like shit. So, because I'm a guy that takes care of my health through the foods that I eat as well. So like when I see that, it stands out to me. Especially like fast food. I don't think anybody should eat fast food, man. Like, one, you don't know what you're really eating. That's a whole nother video topic that I'm not even gonna get into. But like, fast food is probably like the worst thing that you can eat. Like, say if a girl didn't really take care of, wasn't really conscious of what she was putting in her body. If I see a girl and she tell me that she don't even eat fast food, that would like stand out. I'd be like, oh, that's gonna provoke some thought in me. That's gonna make me want to carry on the conversation even further with her. Like, oh, you don't eat fast food. That's not normal. Most people eat fast food. But yeah, man, taking care of all aspects of your health, your mental health. Take some time out of your day. Don't be on your phone all day. That's gonna be my third point, my last and third point. But look, don't be on your phone all day. Learn how to to detach from the world that we are exposed to. You know what I'm saying? Know that it's okay to take some time away from yourself. When I see that, that lets me know, like, okay, she's emotionally intelligent, that she's able to, you know, take some time away from something when she feels that there's a possibility that her brain, that mentally you can become tired. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. Just knowing that you're smart enough to, or knowing that you have the ability to take the initiative to prioritize your mental health is just something that stands out to me. So yeah, the first point, holding yourself accountable. Second point, taking care of your health, because not a lot of people do it. The third and final way that you can stand out, that I'm gonna say in this video, is to think for yourself. Now, as a guy, I'm already the type of person to think for myself. I feel like I just want to be a pioneer or something. I just want to put people onto some new information, even though I know that they say there's nothing new under the sun. But even if I'm the type of person that just goes on my own path, and you know, just to think for myself, I feel like that sets me apart from a lot of people. But even in like the era of social media that we live in, thinking for yourself is probably the most standoutish thing that you can do, male or female. This really applies to both. And I'm saying this because what I know, because I'm never on social media like that, but when I do get on, I just notice the small little things. So like, we'll use social media as an example, so Instagram specifically. So the last time I got on social media, on Instagram, I was scrolling through like normal, and I noticed that like a lot of the content of the reels that I was looking at was nothing about, it was about nothing but just failed relationships and manipulating people in relationships, and you know, being toxic in a relationship and doing little small tidbits to kind of get under that person's skin. But that's not the point that I'm getting at. The point that I'm getting at is that what I saw there is what's being shown to the masses. So that's probably why a big reason. I know people say social media ruins relationships, but this is like really the biggest reason though. It's because it's the biggest reason as to why relationships are failing. It's because people are so quick to believe what's right in front of them, based off of other people's experiences, instead of going and looking at what's really in front of them. So just because you're looking on Instagram and seeing that, oh, manipulation, toxic relationship, cheating on each other, whatever, that's because that's all that you're looking at. That it plays in your subconscious and it becomes your perceived reality. So you think that all relationships are like that, but you thinking that all relationships and all interactions between male and female are like that because the phone is thinking for you. When you are able to take a step back from your phone and think for yourself and be like, okay, that's their experiences, and this is also what Instagram is pushing out towards me. What I'm gonna do instead is take a break from all of that stuff and look at what's in front of me and look at people for who they are before I make that judgment as to whether or not they're gonna be good for me or not. You know, so just as a woman, when you're secure about yourself and you're not quick to think that you know, like you know, niggas ain't shit, or even as a dude, bitches ain't shit, but I'm talking to women in this video. So if you think niggas ain't shit, because you think niggas ain't shit, you only gonna run into ain't shit niggas. But it all roots down to the music that you listen to, the shit that you see on Instagram, and the things that you allow to influence you. But if you can set yourself apart, you can set yourself apart by thinking for yourself, man, just thinking critically. That's another thing. But I'm gonna save, like I said, I'm gonna save a lot of these side topics that I brung up for other videos, man. But look, if you made it to the end of this video, I thank you and I appreciate you. Feel free to show some love. If you did not make it to the end of this video, I have nothing to say to you, man. I hope y'all take care of yourselves, and I hope y'all take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all in my next video.